they should get the highest reward. They are amazing people, and hopefully we'll get to spend some time talking about them tonight on Interesting World Documentary, 7 Central.
Physics describes the behavior of matter in space and time. When we get to learn physics at school, we get to know it as a discipline that describes the behavior of inanimate matter. It tells us how lights work, how atoms decay, or how rocks fall. We don't think of physics as a discipline that tells us a lot about ourselves, unless possibly that if you fall out of a window, you fall pretty much like a rock. But physics is so much more than this. Physics deals with the most fundamental laws of nature that describe the behavior of elementary particles that everything is made up, including us. And yes, that means that if we fall pretty much like rocks. But it also means that physics is the most powerful tool that we have to make sense of our own existence. It's a tool that allows us to answer questions like, how did we get here? What can we do? What can we know? What are we made of? And often it's given us surprising answers. For example, Einstein's theory of special relativity has taught us that the passage of time depends on how much you accelerate. Acceleration is a change of velocity, and velocity does have a direction. This means if you change direction, for example, by walking in a circle, you accelerate, and that slows the passage of time, which means if you run in a circle, you'll age slower. That's not a joke, it's actually true, and it's been measured, not for people who run in circles, but for airplanes that go around Earth. But it's an extremely tiny effect for the velocities that we can move with. So if you spend your whole life running in a circle, you might save a few nanoseconds, but maybe that's not how you want to spend your life. Einstein's theory of special relativity has taught us a lot of amazing things, but for me, one of the most surprising things is that it has told us that our perception of this present moment, of now, as something special is entirely subjective. It doesn't exist in the fundamental laws of nature. To understand why I say this, ask yourself whether I'm here now. Well, you might say, well, that's kind of a weird question that only physicists can ask. But the answer is not obviously yes. The reason is that Einstein's theory of special relativity is based on the observation that the speed of light is not infinite, it's finite, and it's the same for all observers, and nothing can go faster than light. So by the time you see me standing here, I've actually moved on into the future. You only see me as I was a little bit in the past. And yes, it's a really, really tiny delay, but you have this delay to everything you see around you.
Sabine Hossenfelder was born in Frankfurt, West Germany. She received an undergraduate in mathematics. In 2004, she completed a doctorate in theoretical physics. She did the same institute in the dimensions. Rackles next to dimensions and the properties of detection. That same year she published an English research paper, black hole relics in large extra dimensions in physics letters B.